Hey, what's up, everyone? BDF44 coming at you with another video. Today, I'd like to speak about LeBron James and David Griffin. Basically, David Griffin came out and I'm gonna paraphrase when I say this, basically saying that LeBron James didn't have the same hunger for winning that he used to have. I think enough has been said in regards to everything with him being criticized for. Um, the things that took place in the game with his son and dunking the ball and just kind of showing out a little bit. Got criticized a lot for that. Followed up with David Griffin's comments. Followed up with a little bit of disrespect here and there about what he's capable of doing going forward. If he didn't have the hunger for winning, I'm pretty sure he's got it back. Put it like that. As a fan of the Lakers, I'm hopeful that he'll give us a little more defensively. As a fan of the Lakers, I'm also hoping that we can, have him be a part of winning basketball here, because no other superstar has ever been in a situation where they didn't provide a championship for the Lakers. Even if it took them a very long time, like Jerry West, they were able to deliver. So LeBron James, I'd like to see him succeed in that way. I don't want him to be the only guy that didn't get a championship with the Lakers. And also, I want to see this work out with Anthony Davis. He has a stigma on him that's been spreading about people not wanting to play with him. And you've seen how guys have had to take significant back seats in terms of their role to play with him. Even though they win, with the exception of maybe Kyrie Irving, everybody else has to take a real serious back seat, or maybe even two back seats, in order for them to fit on the team that he's on, because he's so incredibly dominant out there, both with the ball and without it, for that matter. I'd like to see it work with Anthony Davis. I want to see what's going to take place there. I think the dynamic is set up for Anthony Davis to leave his options open, and he's given LeBron James a year to win him over, is basically how I'm looking at this. The Lakers as well, their front office, obviously I think he's happy with the fanfare that he's getting. You see him on Jimmy Kimmel, you see him on everything. It's getting more and more visible out there. So I think the lifestyle is starting to really brighten up for him. And I think once he gets on the court, it's going to be more of the same. Obviously, he's going to be himself. He's going to succeed for his, for the duration of the season if he can stay healthy. But I also like what we have on the floor with his teammates. We constructed a team that I think he can win with. So there's really a lot pointing in the right direction in terms of the Lakers, LeBron and AD being a successful union. So we'll see. But as far as LeBron James, I think that's what this is going to come down to. Anthony Davis is going to be dominant. LeBron James has to allow him to be that. And if he allows AD to be the first option offensively, I think the Lakers can go very far. If LeBron James deviates from that, kind of, tries to do things differently, which I can't foresee in any way, shape, or form. LeBron James is excellent at making sure people get easy looks. But if for some reason he deviates from what we believe him to be, and he's not himself, forcing shots, missing threes, not playing well defensively, if he's not looking like himself out there, then it's gonna be tough. But I think with all this being said, I can't foresee any situation where he's not extremely locked in. Now, granted, everything that's going on with Space Jam and being in LA for a year and having tacos every week, even though I'm imagining he's eating the right stuff with the tacos, having the right nutrition in there, it's still a thing that makes you wonder. It's a lot pointing toward him having fatigue this season that should have been taken care of from the off season being so long as it has been. But it's not really an off season when you're on a movie set every day, and that's not really your lifestyle. He hasn't been living that lifestyle. He's been in a movie before, but not to this degree, I don't believe, and not in a situation where he's 34 years of age. I was watching an old video of him working out and doing some of the different types of techniques. I just wonder if he's still working out in the same way. When he was training in Miami, he was leaner and he was doing all kinds of intricate workouts. 4 hours a day, I hear he's in there right now doing it. I know he's dedicated. I know he knows what he's doing. But I also understand that he's not probably getting the rest that he should get in the offseason because of this movie. So that's a concern of mine personally as a fan. I just think that we could be looking at worst, another injury year. But at best, we're looking at him coming back highly motivated and ready to rock. Now, he's going to be himself. He's not going to play every possession very hard defensively. I don't think that he believes that that's what's best for him. So I expect to see more of the same defensively, but I think it's going to be okay because we do have Anthony Davis there to clear up and clean up mistakes, and he will be tasked with that. He's going to have to erase mistakes that people make defensively. Some of our guards are a bit older. Some of our forwards are a bit older, that kind of thing. Anthony Davis is going to help a lot, and so will JaVale McGee in that regard. And I'm also looking at Boogie Cousins. He's the wild card on this whole team for me. Because if he plays like old Boogie and he has some of that old synergy that he had with AD back with the Pelicans days, this is a different team. This team is extremely different with Boogie returning back to form. Now, I know after an Achilles injury, as I've mentioned before in previous videos, I've never seen anybody come back and be their old self. It just doesn't work that way. But because of what Boogie's able to do, because of how he's structured as a basketball player, I think he's still going to have a lot of success out there, especially on the offensive end, particularly with passing, low post presence, things like that. I think he's going to be able to hit his jump shot. I'm expecting him to shoot better from three. And what I'm really excited about is his fitness and how he's approached this offseason exactly the way I had hoped, which was him trying to lose a lot of weight and try to get in the best possible shape that he can, taking his body more seriously than he ever has. And that's what I see, is a man who is taking his body more seriously than ever. So super excited about Boogie. I have tempered expectations. I don't know that he can ever be the Sacramento Boogie again because that dude was so dominant. But I do believe that enough of what he does best can really, really, really change the dynamic of what this team could look like, especially in the playoffs, barring no injuries. So, like I said, the roster should be enough to fire people up. I think we have guys that are going to hold other guys accountable. I think we have role players that are going to look stars in the eye and say, look, I'm giving you my all. You need to do that too. I know a guy like Jared Dudley particularly, which is why I'm excited about him being on this team. He's going to be vocal. He's going to be vocal. He ain't backing down from nobody in practice. And he's going to make sure that people understand that he's here to win a championship just like the rest of them. He's going to hit his shots. Y'all need to do it too. I expect that type of thing from a guy like Dudley. A guy like Avery Bradley going to put on his hard hat. So we got the type of characters down there. Quinn Cook, a young champion, somebody that's looking forward to continuing his career in a championship situation, knows what it takes, knows what the intensity of winning throughout June means. He knows his role. It's pretty much the same one he had with Golden State, I'd imagine. So I'm very excited about his tenure. It's just a lot to like about this Laker team. And I think, unlike last year, we're not living and dying with LeBron James. Even though him at his best makes us the championship team, if he's not at his best, we still have a superstar that should be able to lead us. And that's the beauty of this season. So I'm excited. And for all the naysayers that think LeBron James isn't interested in winning or doesn't have the fire about winning like he used to, the evidence is there. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I don't see the evidence, but what I also see is you lighting a fire underneath a monster, which we know he is. And he has a record that is 3-6. He's lost some. He don't have as many championships as a GOAT-type player should have. That's just what it is. And he would say probably the same. I think he left some championships on the board. I think some of those weren't his fault. He gave it his all, but he left that Dallas one. We all know what time it was with that. So, yeah, if anybody has a chip on his shoulder going out, I'm sure LeBron James should be somebody like that, especially with how this offseason is going with the naysayers and stuff. Although I'm sure he's numb to a lot of negative attention because he got that throughout his entire career, particularly with the pundits that speak. They make a career off of either loving him or hating him. But I think with the way the people are speaking about him right now, questioning his intentions, comparing him to LeVar Ball in some ways, or even worse, I think that would light me up. That would make me want to go at you harder than ever, proving myself more so than ever. It wouldn't have me thinking that I can just settle in and retire right now if it all came down to it. I would think that I would need to still show y'all more. And I think he's going to do that. And one thing I want to say about LeBron before I go is this. Even though a lot of what he's done has been predicated on his speed, power, and strength, one of the things that made him special, in my opinion, was his balance. On layups, under the basket, particularly driving at the rim. It doesn't always have to be a jam with him. He has incredible touch. And when you have that type of balance and you have that type of control, his jump shot obviously has gotten significantly better over the years. It's going to translate. It's going to translate to some positive things offensively. And you know, with the talent this guy has, that he's going to still be able to put up the same numbers. He could roll out of bed and put up 27, 8, and 8. We know what he's capable of. But I think the question is he going to be a positive plus-minus player for us this year? Can he overcome some of the demons that he's had over his career during the regular season that have really made it so that his teams probably, really needed him to be absolutely perfect in order to win? And I think it would contribute to why he's 3-6 because of some of those habits that he would pick up along throughout the season. Sometimes it would carry over to his teammates in the playoffs. You turn it on, doesn't mean the other guys would. And I think that probably contributed to why he is 3-6, to be completely honest. But all in all, Zebras doesn't change his stripes. You know he's ready. You know he's going to be himself. And, free throws. Please, everybody on this team. We have been a bad free throw shooting team for years. Can we hit over 75 as a team? That's all I ask. I'm not asking for a whole lot. I just want to be solid from the line this year. Can we be solid? It's an entirely different team. Different people in the uniform. Can they all shoot free throws for me? Please. That's all I ask. Anyway, I'm everywhere, man. But thank you so much for watching this, everybody. Thank you for supporting me. I know I've been away from basketball, talking about other topics. I haven't forgot about sport. It's just nothing to really say. And I don't want to get on here and just yap about stuff that I don't really have interest in, because that sucks. So I'll do my best to continue to give you as much basketball as I can during the off season, and I'll also be talking about other stuff too. Follow me on Apple Music, BDF44, and I'm out. Peace, y'all.